I often point out to CIOs that there's actually, there might be some activation energy, there might be some cost to adopting any standard, not just AFP, but any standard. The cost savings for automated standards are obvious, and the adoption cost is rather low. It's a piece of software, and you run it, and you don't have to hire extra people. You don't have to get any people certified. You don't have to have an organization certified. You simply run it, and you get a real consistent metric on the size of software. So, as is true with any new standard or any new technology, the usual thing is, choose a small project, something that's not in the critical path, try it out and make sure it works. That's true for AFP too. The difference is the cost of trying is near zero. It's not like you have to hire a platoon of consultants. It's not like you have to train up a whole group of people. It's simply the adoption of a standard that is fully automated, where you have a choice of vendors implementing it. And that's exactly what a CIO wants: a choice of vendors, low switching costs, consistent and automatable solutions. Clearly, AFP is out there, and it will probably have to be corrected or fixed here and there. The real future is going to be in those defect metrics, the patterns and anti-patterns of good and bad software quality. And those are critically important. As I say, the denominator of the fraction of defects per function point. You've got to have those defect metric standards. So that's the future, and this year we will have all 82 of the defect patterns and anti-patterns that the CISC group has developed come through the standards process and be adopted as OMG standards. We'll also see changes over time, and changes in software quality standards are unfortunately difficult for users of those standards to take advantage of. I remember an article by one of the leading software quality companies about 4 or 5 years ago in a major international journal that pointed out that every time they shipped a new version of their software, all of their customers' software got worse because they were looking for new bugs that they hadn't looked for in previous versions. That's going to happen to us too. But the fact that we know about it ahead of time, that the standards are open to anyone, that the patterns are open to anyone, that anyone can participate, so that CIOs can actually participate in the development of those standards for recognition of defects and say, look, this is a defect that's costing me because I'm a manufacturing company, or because I'm a bank, or because I'm a telecommunications company. That is the opportunity to focus on the defects that you care about the most. So we'll see the same sort of pain of changing standards, but the fact that the entire process is transparent, open, and international and neutral, anyone can participate, that we expect at least half of the participants to be end users of these solutions rather than vendors, is very important. In fact, while I said OMG is about 50% vendors and 50% users, the Consortium for IT Software Quality, CISC, has over 600 members today, and all but 10 or 15 of them are in fact users of this technology, not vendors. Even some unexpected ones like IBM, but IBM's IT department and national agencies, government agencies like the Department of Homeland Security in the United States and so forth. Banks and manufacturing companies and health IT companies and so forth are participating in the development of these defect standards and the automated function point standard itself. I'm very hopeful for the adoption of those standards.